What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Pro Wrestle Times PWT Podcast, the greatest podcast in the world. I'm Phil, here with Hairline.
What up, y'all?
What up, y'all? How are you doing today, Hairline?
Oh, it's another day, brother.
Another day.
Pretty fierce week here in wrestling, let me say.
A pretty fierce week in wrestling. At the time of recording this, if you haven't heard yet, the Sean Ross Sapp special should be out. And yeah, it'll be interesting to hear what you guys have to say about that and your thoughts on that. Just a quick update for those of you keeping up with it. He blocked us again. Big surprise. So he waited.
Shocker.
He waited to message and ask, oh, you're going to read this and not respond? And then he blocked us. So like he was really obsessive, but we're not going to linger on that. Today, we have a little bit of WWE to talk about. We've got a lot of AEW to talk about. We got a little bit of Dusty and Cody Rhodes to talk about. But ultimately, we got pro wrestling to talk about. And this is Pro Wrestling Times, at Pro Wrestling Times on Twitter and everywhere. Consider checking out our Patreon, where you'll get exclusives. Today, we're recording the Fall from Grace of Chris Jericho's Fall from Grace Part 1. So
Part one.
It's going to be a series. So make sure you check out our Patreon. And if you haven't yet, go and check out our Clips channel, Pro Wrestle Clips, yada, yada, yada. I could plug all day. Hairline, what have you watched this week for wrestling? Yeah, dummies.
So basically this week I was able to get in Raw. And I don't know, man, it was a decent Raw. They worked me pretty good with the whole travel trouble thing, because I was like, oh man, who's gonna come out and save him? And then boom, there was Sammy and fucking Matt Riddle. So there we go, man.
It was kind of cheesy when they were running through the parking lot. I thought it looked a little corny, like the way they shot it, but I still popped the beats of the story is where, yeah.
Right. But like, I'm a sucker for that, man, because it's like, so like what people need to accept with WWE is they're making a TV show. They're not making a wrestling show, So it's like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying, Doug? Yep. Like the corny,
the longest running episodic weekly television program in history, dude.
Boom. Yeah, so you already know what I'm saying, Doug.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like I'm watching Channel 24, watching some corny superhero shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
yep.
Anyways, man, decent Raw. What did you think about it, though?
It was okay. The travel troubles obviously affected a lot of the matches and stuff like that. But and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, are Sammy and fucking Sikoa catching flack online for their match and stuff? I mean, I don't know. They had a great main event match. Those are the guys. People are like, it wasn't like, I don't know, dude. Everybody is expecting now every Raw has to be the go home show to a pay-per-view level, and it's just an unrealistic expectation. And I thought the Raw was decent for what it was. You know what I mean? Like it continued the beats of the story. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, to go off what you're saying there, unfortunately, a lot of these Mark's logic nowadays is just like that next big pop, that next big yada yada. They don't, like, they're not there for the long-term storytelling. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on there, that they're trying to build up Sikoa as this enforcer and whatnot, and we're not going to believe he's the enforcer unless he's fed shit, and especially like who's going to get Sikoa more heat than anything, Sami Zayn. He's like, man.
Who tagged with him, by the way? I saw them tag on the house show circuit. They were tagging together, So Sammy, like on the house show loop, Sammy had Sikoa under his wing as well. So people don't understand. Yeah, he had him under his wing, and it was Sammy and Sikoa taking on wrestling whoever, you'd bring out whoever, Mansoor, whoever, right? And they were like kind of the heel baby faces as well. That's how they were kind of working. So you kind of see the dynamic of, you already saw it then on the house show loop months before WrestleMania, that Sammy was going to eventually, like, he was going to break off and be the good guy, and Solo would stick on as like this enforcer. Like they were already, house shows are a good indicator of what's to come. You know what I mean? for instance, like when John Moxley, when everyone was like, is he really leaving the company? Is he really? He came and did a fucking house show in buttfuck nowhere, Canada, where I won't even say where, and that I was able to catch. I was in town for. And it was a fatal 4-way with Finn Balor and whoever else, right? And Mox was Dean Ambrose still, and it was a fatal 4-way for the IC belt, and he got jobbed. It was a 4-way dance, so it was elimination style, and Mox got jobbed out fucking instantly, like 2 minutes in. Then the other 3 guys had like a fucking 15-minute match. You know what I mean? And that clued me in. I went, oh, he's actually leaving. You know, like there's no way they're just jobbing him out like this on the fucking house shows if he's not actually leaving, you know? So I knew right then, you know. I also saw FTR have a classic at a house show, literally a classic right before they left WWE with Gable and Bobby Roode. And fuck, man,
awesome.
It was an unreal. Anyway, sorry, we're reminiscing about the past. Let's get into the current. So I don't know. Boom. I don't know if you caught SmackDown this week.
I have not.
You have not caught SmackDown. Okay, so it's Saturday today.
But tell me about it.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk of dummies. Yeah. You know what I want to talk about. Yeah. Before we get in, I'm not going to talk too much about SmackDown. It wasn't a great SmackDown. I'll just say LA Knight did another job. He lost to Xavier Woods via some shitty, weird roll-up thing. It wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. But he's lost like 4 or 5 in a row now, and dating back to before Mania, and then he wasn't on Mania. And I'm starting to sweat about they might not use this guy the way he should be used. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about LA Knight? Dummy, yeah. And where what are they doing?
I don't know, man. I gotta disagree with that statement, man, because like he's building up all those losses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like how many losses did MVP have? You know what I'm saying? He was in the triple digits at one point. You know,
ooh, MVP? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, but how many? But hold up though. How many did he have? Bro, he at least was a United States champion and fought for the world title and shit before that happened.
Word.
LA's not doing that, bro. He's not even an NXT champion. The motherfucker's just taking L's, dude. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think obviously the storyline is going to continue. Like I said, I haven't watched SmackDown yet, so I can't give you the most honest.
It was just a continuation of him breaking the fucking Xbox controller and them wrestling over it. You know, they just had a rematch. Like Xavier's like, I beat you once already. And he's like, well, you can't do it again. And then Xavier did it again. So it's like, okay, where do we go?
I don't see the loss as like that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times did Tommy Dreamer lose? You know?
Okay, I agree. But here's the thing, dude. Okay, I agree with that. But he would win all the matches, then like lose the big one kind of thing. Tommy Dreamer, you know, he would win matches and then he'd lose all the big ones. He's like the dude who just couldn't quite do it. You know, he's like barely there.
So you get what I'm saying.
Right. But the problem with LA is that he's losing to Xavier Woods twice in a fucking row. And Xavier, what does he do? He's done like jobs for tag team guys and shit. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? LA is like, who's he? He loses to Bray Wyatt. He loses to Xavier. We were popping, dude. We put the fact that they trusted LA to get Ray, Cody, Bray, all these guys before Mania. They trusted LA Knight with Bray, who came back on all that big money. They trusted LA Knight with Ray, who's going in the Hall of Fame and was wrestling at WrestleMania and was like one of the biggest attractions at Mania. They trusted him with Cody, who was the main event of Mania. So I'm like, okay, he did those 3. He's doing jobs there. That's fine. They're showing that they trust him in this position. But then you put the 2 Xavier Woods losses in a row. Well, who the fuck is Xavier Woods, dude? The King of the Ring once? Like, I'm sorry, dude. It's just, to me, that's fucking, he's the jobber of the New Day if there is one, you know? And I love him. I love Austin Creed, but it's just the truth, you know? I don't know what else to say. Dummies.
So you don't see this turning into a pay-per-view match where
okay, it does, but Xavier's already beat him twice. Xavier beat him clean with his finish once and then beat him with some bullshit roll up, pull the tights. So what is LA gonna do? Fight him, hit him over the head with some shit. Big E returns and then a Big E LA Knight feud. Is that what they're doing? where's the end game? Like, what does he gain?
Yeah, okay, I get. Yeah.
Even getting a win over
Xavier,
Xavier still has a whole ass other win over him by outsmarting him and beating him clean. Two different things. So it's like, where is it? He gets a win clean. He has to put Xavier through tables and shit to beat him. What do they do to where LA Knight comes out any better from this? That's my whole thing with this. Like, why would they even do this?
Yeah, it's more or less like he's being used as a Dolph Ziggler position where he's like excellent enhancement talent.
Yeah, man. And do you know what? Do you know what I would have rather had? Dolph Ziggler out there cutting a promo and LA Knight just run out and jump him and start a feud with those two. I'd rather see, like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, LA Knight can't get in the mix with the fucking Judgment Day or anything, like you can't figure out something for him to get in there. Like, I don't know. Let him beat up Karrion Kross or something. Like, I don't know. I just don't get. Whatever. We can fucking sit on LA Knight all day, but we'll move on.
Yeah,
dummies.
We'll see where they go with it, man. I don't know. Well, I personally, my last thing on it is I have faith in it still, but I understand what you're saying as far as like there isn't a payoff, but I don't how much WWE shit do we see like that where it's like build up, nothing, so it's like I guess more or less I'm just built up to it myself where I'm conditioned.
Do you think so? What a lot of people are saying is, oh, this is another sign that Vince is back. Like, he don't see shit in LA Knight, so now he's doing this, and Vince is back, and that's like Bray took off, and fucking
Bray has anxiety, bro.
I know, but people are like, well, he's saying that, but he has anxiety, quote unquote, or whatever. And I'm not undermining anxiety or mental health or anything, dude. We all struggle with those. Everyone does. We're all human beings, man. We all deal with trauma and we all deal with it in different ways. So truly, and I'm a very big Bray Wyatt fan. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, if you're listening to this, Bray, which I'm sure you're not, dummy. Yeah. PWT here, myself and Hairline, we wish you all the goddamn best. That being said, I think he took off because Vince, he saw the writing on the wall of Vince coming back. They brought him back on a huge contract. Vince has him doing that Firefly Funhouse shit again, which it seemed like he was trying to dead that shit. Like, why would they go back to that? No one wants to see that. We just want to, like, where did Uncle Howdy go? All that sort of stuff. Like, it seems like Vince is sort of affecting this, and it seems like a couple of these, Brock sticking around. All of a sudden. Go ahead.
So as far as this Bray Wyatt topic, what you've been saying here about Vince, from what I've gathered is Vince wanted to go back to the whole Fiend thing because the Fiend sells merch. And what it comes down to is that WWE is a corporation, it's a business, and Vince is just seeing the dollar signs. He knows that the Fiend will sell merch, so he wants Bray Wyatt to do what is making the most revenue for the company.
Especially right before the sale. Right.
And that's what it comes down to. It's like, it's basically Vince just wants him to do what he's got to do to get the fucking company over. Kind of just what Cena did. We can compare it to that. He was like, hey, Cena, I need you to put my boy over. It was the same with Bray Wyatt. Hey, I need you to do your Fiend thing. Right. But it's just, I'm not sure how to go about this, man, because I don't want to say it's ego or it's anxiety or it's this or that, but it's basically Vince wanted to do that. He wasn't down to do that,
And he was brought back on big money being told, you ain't going to have to do that.
Right.
It's a bitch, man. But it's a bitch, dude. Yep. It's a bitch. Damn.
Yeah. Art.
Because he
feels like his art's being tampered with. Man.
And bro, and that I was just gonna bring that up. I was just gonna say, like artists, like, okay, yes, you're an athlete. Yes, I get like the when people say, oh, Jim Cornette will be like, it's a performance to these people. It's not supposed, like, okay, he's going a little overboard with that. It is art. It is a performance. It's just like playing soccer, though. And I'm sure you can understand that soccer's an art. You know what I mean? Like, you're expressing yourself through like a physical activity and achieving things through using your body to express yourself physically, Do you agree with that? Like a football game tells a story,
Oh, no, for sure. Right. But basically what it comes down to is all art is subjective,
Exactly.
And Bray doesn't feel like his art's being appreciated, but and I guess that's why I brought up ego. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
It is a bit of
like
ego, but
here.
not in a negative way, right?
Right. Because it's like, well, I have a fucking job. You know what I'm saying? My boss tells me to go do something. I may not agree with it, but it's I go and do it and get it fucking done with because that's my job. I'm clocked in. You know, it's like Bray, you're clocked in. You should probably do what you're being paid for.
Right.
You know, especially I don't know.
Regardless of how you feel about it, but that's what I wanted to bring up about the artistry is that like as like okay like as an artist, and pro wrestling's the weirdest thing where like okay, let's say you're a musician. Typically you make your sound. Yes, there's some people who will come in and influence that or pick what your single's going to be, but you know, it's like
right.
Ultimately you get to make your own thing and do your own thing and be your own thing, and then like vet it yourself and quality control it yourself. You know what I mean? Like as a musician, as a painter, no one can tell you how to paint in your lines, right? As a pro wrestler, though, what you do is like you come in with your ideas, and then someone just like completely creates this world for you that you got to go into. It's like, how do you even explain it? You know what I mean? It's such a weird thing where I could see that being totally devastating for someone thinking like,
No,
oh, I'm
sure,
going to
man.
be doing this thing and I have this vision, but then it always, no matter what your vision is, and a lot of times, dude, and you and I both know this, sometimes it's like, if let's say there's 2-3 artists in a room or something like that, and someone says, no, we need to do this on a song, or like we should do this on for the scene. Sometimes you got to know when to shut the fuck up and go, yeah, they know the best thing. They have the vision for this. And that's what Bray feels. So it's his ego in that sense. Like he knows he has the best outcome in his mind. Like he's like, trust me, it'll get over. But the problem in WWE is any fucking idea you have gets a little spoon. Another chef's got to dip his spoon in that fucking
But
in that soup, you know? So
is he
it's not
getting
always a
that
bad
over,
thing.
though?
It's not always a bad thing though. Like maybe this Uncle Howdy shit was goofy and they were like, this ain't working,
Like,
motherfucker. You
right.
know?
That's what I'm saying. Are people tuning in for the Uncle Howdy
I don't
shit?
know. You're right.
No, you know,
Yeah.
everyone thinks it's dumb, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like your boss gave you a chance. I don't know, man.
They milked
I
it too
see both
much.
sides though, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And don't get me wrong, as a musician, I grasp everything you're fucking saying, man. But I'm like, you know, I'm also an employee, and I get it, you know.
I mean, again, another thing we could harp on for hours is people with
Right.
creative problems in fucking companies and shit like that. Speaking of which, another name I wanted to bring up was Drew McIntyre. I wanted to bring up to you. So now we like to talk about a little bit about the marks and the dirt sheets, even though we are marks ourselves, and we do well. I look at dirt sheet. I mean, I don't subscribe to any of them, but I look at all the news on Twitter. I scroll through it every day. You try to avoid that sort of shit.
I do not dirt sheet, but I am in a partnership with you here, so I embrace whatever you want to do, and I am here
Exactly.
to bounce ideas off. You know, and just because I'm not down with it doesn't mean you know.
So that means you're going to watch Dynamite this week.
I don't know. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. Okay, so we've got we'll kind of read some funny tweets, and there's maybe a couple accounts I want to bring up that I think just need to be highlighted and I just think are funny. You know what I mean? But
well, hold on, though. Drew McIntyre, though.
Before we get into that, so let's click on Drew McIntyre. He's actually trending right now in sports. And excuse me.
Let's check out some of these live tweets, actually.
Yeah, we will. And I'll screen share this with you. And so I've actually, before we do that, I'm going to pull up my tweets with, drum roll, please, a gentleman named Billy Body, lockbetting.com. My boy, according to some. Oh, and look, Punk is tweeting.
Speculated.
Okay, so well, I just want to bring these up because him and I talked about he had given me some insight on basically, I don't even know if I need to pull up these tweets, but pretty much he tweeted it publicly at prowrestletimes on Twitter. Just scroll through my feed and you'll see I had this discussion recently, but pretty much what the dirt sheets are doing is they are making it out to be sort of like Drew is incredibly unhappy and he's probably going to leave, but WWE will do what they can to keep him. And which is obviously the smart thing to do. Dummies, yeah. So Drew, apparently his contract's up in like 9 months or something, and he is just a little frustrated with like sort of where his position is, as someone who, and I would assume, I'm not a telepath obviously, but I would assume that, you know, some of that angst comes from, you know, being the champion during the pandemic time and holding the company down, man. Obviously Roman did a lot of that as well, carried it on his back. Not a lot of that, he carried it on his back, but Drew was sort of the catalyst to that, and the guy they trusted. They put the ball in his hands to run with it at that time, and Drew's the fucking man. Myself and Hairline will both agree. Yeah, Drew is the fucking man.
All hell up put him over. I am here to put Drew McIntyre over
here. Yeah. So but sorry,
okay,
before you break in with your thoughts, though, I just want to put a bow on it and say, you know, apparently he's a little unhappy, and so basically what Billy Body was saying, or lockbetting.com, whoever's operating that account, was responding to my tweet saying, you know, and he would know firsthand, I'll just leave it at that, saying, you know, Drew, you know, people like Cody, let's say, came back, big contract, gets a bus, gets all these perks, travel paid for, all these things, that Drew's been on the road grinding, making the towns. Another guy I've seen on a bunch of house shows, and he's making the towns, and he just feels, you know, that he should be valued more. Now, it has been reported that, you know, WWE is going to do what they can to retain him, but all the marks are going to make this out to be like he's money hungry, or the Fed is in danger, or things aren't going well there, because we know that Drew's going to do what's best for his family and levy a contract against Tony Khan and get the most money he can out of WWE and the most he can out of either company. And we know Drew's not afraid to step away and go make a name for himself elsewhere. So with all of that in mind, Hairline, your thoughts?
All right, so we're rewinding a little bit here. You said a lot, man.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna start with, it sounds sounds like some clickbaity bullshit, you know, is what I'm initially hearing here. Is just the fact that like he has 9 months no matter what, you know, and the internet marks are gonna click on some shit about Drew McIntyre being unhappy because they just live to like dwell off any positivity towards WWE. So, you know, it's just more shit for them to speculate on. Now, the marks aside and all that, I was a huge fan of Drew McIntyre's run during the pandemic. I really enjoyed the shit he did with Bobby Lashley. And I, you know, like I said, this is just us speculating, you know. But I guess, like, if that is what it is there about him being unhappy that he's done all these town shows, and, you know, it doesn't matter that it's Cody. Insert any wrestler coming in and getting a push over you when you're the guy that's grinding. You
right.
know, I can see why that may, like, you know,
right,
bruise your ego and shit, man. I don't know, man. Fucking and that Sheamus versus Gunther versus McIntyre match was like my second favorite match of Mania, dog. So I don't know, man. And I'm like,
do you think? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think he's coming off ungrateful or anything. It's not like that. You know, it's not like how we were just speaking on the Bray Wyatt shit. And it's like, I don't think it's like.
So you think Bray comes across a little ungrateful at this point? You think Bray comes across a little ungrateful?
I don't think ungrateful is the right word. You know what I'm saying? But just like as far as like, I don't like, there's negativity around Bray Wyatt. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel negativity around Drew McIntyre.
Right. Me neither.
You know,
me neither. Yeah.
He earned this shit, man. And
that's what I mean.
Work, you know,
it's the sweat equity.
You know? Right.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. So like I told you off pod, put a belt on him. You know, I'm down,
put a strap up. Put the. I thought for sure he was going to win the IC from Gunther, and that would be a huge like. Dude, here, like, you earn this, and this is a prestigious title, and now we want you to elevate that even further. And then when Walter's up there fighting for the world title, you're up next, you know, like, we'll get you up there, like, whatever, in those big matches, you know. I don't know, man. Drew's a good hand. You want to keep him around. What do you think about? Do you think we'll ever see him in AEW? Do you think that Tony would outbid? Do you think Tony sees the value in him, or do you think he's got like Jericho and Moxley telling him fucking? The smirk on your face says a lot.
Well, because I was gonna say one thing, you know what I'm saying, and then you totally derailed it with Mox and Jericho in his ear, because they're for sure like he would be like, "Hey guys, I'm thinking about signing Drew McIntyre, and Drew's really talented and whatnot," and then here comes Jericho. I don't know about that, you know. I don't know, man. Like that's just how those two come off. Is like they're just like in his ear.
I don't even want to shit on them.
I
don't want to shit on them, bro, because I'm still.
I don't care. I will. Listen, they be out here Grima word tonguing like Lord of the Rings shit in Tony Khan's ear. But anyways, let's continue. Back to Drew McIntyre.
Right. Let's stick with Drew. So do you see him like not using, you guys get it, right? I got to use these terms. Like, do you see him?
Yes,
do you see him levying Tony Khan's money against Endeavor's money now? Okay.
Yes.
And he deserves to do that and do what's best for his family. And any dirt sheet saying trouble in paradise and all this sort of shit is you're a goddamn fool is just basically what I also want to say. You're gonna I already see the clickbait, like the way people are turning this into what it's not. Like, you know,
I know. Yeah. And that's why I started this. That's why I started my initial statement with this comes off as some clickbaity bullshit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So moving
anyways,
along
man,
here.
Full circle, Drew McIntyre, push him or like fucking I guess, man, if Drew needs to go make money elsewhere, do what you want to do. I don't want to see him leave, but you know.
I don't want, let's play a little. I know you don't like the fantasy book. I like to do that a little bit, quite a bit. Do you
a lot?
Yeah, a lot. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dummies. Do you see Drew, let's say he goes to AEW, what do you see? Do you see him ending up being like a dark guy, or do you see him like he could be wrestling Kenny Omega in the main event, or do you think?
I guess technically my first initial, like, okay, I could see him getting into the bidding war thing with Vince and Tony Khan, but I think personally him as a person, as a solo, like, you know what I'm saying, if he was an indie act, I could see him working with Impact more than working with AEW.
Oh, do you think he would go to Impact? I think he's way too big of a star again now to go back to Impact. I don't.
Yeah, man, but why couldn't he be the face of that?
Can we talk about fucking Impact for a second, dude? Can we talk about Impact? I watch this shit every week, dude. I'm telling you, Impact is one of the better. Yeah, we love you, Drew. Impact Impact is one of like the better wrestling shows on, period. I don't give a shit when it, like, whatever Scott D'Amore's doing over there, man. It's compelling. This Josh Alexander stuff, his family, even like their lucha shit. They bring these, like, Lince Dorado comes in and he just tears it down. And Impact has been like, you know, I watch Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is pretty good too, honestly. But you know, like I was telling you the other day, Impact greater than fucking AEW lately. And I'm not even kidding. Just the quality of like the storytelling, the matches. There's a little bit of goofy shit in there with like like Rosemary's trying to open up the Valley to the Dead and all that shit. I'm just over that in wrestling.
I'm a sucker for that kind of shit.
I'll get into it, but it's got to be like broken Matt Hardy or Undertaker level shit, or else I can't do it. You're just, you know.
No, I get what you're saying, but I think that shit has its place in wrestling.
I think it does too. Everything has its place. I just think that is the only thing I would critique about Impact right there. But would just be that shit. They're not doing that stuff to where I'm like, oh, that's good. Like they're in ring shit. It's serious. It's good. Even like what Bully Ray's doing.
Yeah.
But anyways, I know you don't watch Impact. I just want to bring that up for a second.
I would watch Impact. I ain't against it, Doug.
Exactly.
Right. I love wrestling.
It's not necessity viewing though. You know, there's nobody there. Maybe if Drew went there, it would become necessity viewing.
Right. So, like, that's what I was more or less saying, Doug. Why couldn't Drew McIntyre be the Nick Aldis of Impact? You know what I'm saying?
He absolutely could.
Right.
And but he already did that, like, kind of.
Right. Yeah. Hell yeah, he did. You know what I'm saying? But that's more or less what I was getting at, though, is like, I don't see Drew as like someone that would just lay down. You know what I'm saying? He would go off and grind again if he was unhappy with WWE. Like, so like, let's just play into what you were saying there. Let's role play here. Let's say Drew is unhappy and he wants out of his contract. Vince gives it to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him just sitting at home for the next 9 months. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck no. I don't see that either.
Right.
Or unless he has some like little nagging injuries he's got to heal up that he hasn't made public. And then maybe he's like, yeah, I'll take 3 months off, or, you know, just heal up really quick. I could see that happening. But moving along, okay, we're just blowing the fuck out of Drew McIntyre here. Well, speaking of being unhappy, so again, Mark, gotta calm down. Cody Rhodes' Instagram post following the Raw after WrestleMania, I believe, this past Monday on Raw. Leading into this Raw, he had put out a tweet, and everyone, again, dirt sheets, all the marks on Twitter, maybe not the dirt sheets, but all the bots on Twitter were picked it up. And do you want me to pull this up and read it to you? They were saying that Cody Rhodes is legitimately unhappy in WWE, and I'm sitting there.
Everyone's unhappy.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you've got to be bullshitting. Like, you guys don't get that it's. They're like, oh,
Cody's like, oh my god.
They're like crybaby Cody, like, oh, he's gonna take his ball again. Like, this is the sort of thing people are saying because
he's the centerpiece,
bro. And it's just like, dude, it's his gimmick. Like, he's just working. Like, I don't get how you guys don't.
I wish we could see his dad reacting to these tweets. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know what you're saying.
Listen, Dad, I'm not gonna do the voice. I don't know why I started the voice, but it's just his dad going, I can't believe you marks don't understand wrestling psychology, man. And like, I don't know. We said this all last week, and I'm not gonna beat it to death, you know, but it's another example of these marks not understanding core fundamental ring psychology. And like, you know, I don't know. Why am I buying the pay-per-view to watch Cody Rhodes win the fucking belt if I get it right away? You know what I'm saying? Like, then I don't know. It's the chase, like you were saying, and what we'll talk about later. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we could bring it up now. I just wanted to say, like, I just wanted, like, one thing we wanted to talk about. I watched the A&E Dusty Rhodes biography, and basically in that biography, Cody Rhodes brings up, my dad believed in the chase, the dream. He was the dream. He was the everyman. He looked at everything like a long-term story that can last years and years. He said someone said when Dusty was mega over, whatever, he could have beat Flair the first time they fought, sure. But that's not how you tell a story. You have to keep going. He saw 4, 5, 6 matches. The chase, the dream, baby.
Exactly.
The dream, baby.
And that's what Cody's doing, man. And like, that's just like, I don't know, man. Like, these marks are just so caught up in the moment, and like, they're not thinking about the long-term storytelling.
Exactly. Like, and they don't see that first loss to Roman. That was Cody's first loss to Roman, baby. He might lose 2 more, baby, before he gets the title. But when he gets the title, baby, dude, it's Dusty. He is Dusty.
Yep.
He's
I already know.
He's living the dream. He's chasing it, you guys. This is the story. Roman and Cody could be the greatest rivalry in modern professional wrestling history if you guys let it breathe. You are the same people who wanted Sammy to win the belt at Elimination Chamber, who wanted Drew to win the belt in Cardiff, who wanted Cody to win at WrestleMania. You're all the same people who say it every time. So everyone should have beat him. So everyone should just beat Roman then. Is that what you guys? You're a part of something special. You're living through something special. Embrace it. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's Phil's piece. Okay. Anyway, so we'll read this Cody Rhodes tweet here.
All right.
Or it might have been an Instagram post. I have the Cody Rhodes tweet or Instagram message, DM, whatever, post, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm terrible at social media. And so I'm going to share my screen here. Dummies, yeah. So Cody Rhodes just put a standard, like, what a wrestler would post after WrestleMania. He goes, a long week. I know last Sunday was not the result I'd hoped for, and I know many fans were disappointed as well. I make no excuses. I lost. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you how much I enjoyed the ride until Sunday night and furthermore Monday night. How much I would see. This is what people are trying to take. They're reading too deep into it. I enjoyed the ride until Sunday night and furthermore Monday night. I would like to thank Brandy Rhodes, WWE, LA, blah, 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 Triple H, blah, blah, blah. For allowing me the honor to induct 15 wishes into the Circle of Champions and many more names I may be forgetting. In addition, Nick Khan for taking care of my family through the festivities. Lastly, the almost 200K fans who attended the weekend overall, unwavering and motivating. I want to be your champion. This Monday, I hope to speak about my future with WWE and what may be next for me at USA Network. So that's what a babyface who lost at Mania would say. Bravo. Great post.
Correct. Yep.
And I don't know,
Excellent
just people responding to, like, if we look at like WrestleOps at WrestleOps, people just saying he's going to run away like he always does when things are tough. My overly dramatic goat going to cut the funniest promo ever. I don't fucking know. It's just like, yeah. And this guy just like, I find it funny people think he'd be leaving. He's under a multi-year contract and just reached year one. Exactly. It's like,
right. Thank you for being logical. Yeah. Not a dummy. Yeah.
So, and people are like, my favorite over dramatic mid Carter. Like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Like, tell me you like Kenny Omega without telling me you like Kenny Omega.
I like Kenny Omega, bro. Come on.
Hey, okay, continue.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just feel like motherfuckers are dumb, and you got to understand something. It's the chase, baby. He's gonna chase, and he's gonna lose like a bunch of times, and then he's gonna. Oh my God! Look at what I'm scrolling at.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Okay, so here, let's do it again. This might even be the same people. We don't. So at Tango PW, do y'all really think Drew McIntyre is leaving WWE for AEW, and he's got a goddamn Drew Galloway is all elite? Post
Drew Galloway.
My goodness, where did they get that name gracious
from? And Impact, son.
Oh my goodness. So let's read. Hell yeah. Okay, hold on. All
right.
Do y'all really think Drew McIntyre is leaving WWE for AEW? Here's the first response right here. Official Kalal. All these motherfuckers pay for their blue checks now too. Hey, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, fucking Marks.
Okay, hell yeah. He is some CW WWE at this time having a freeze on hiring talent. Okay, they don't have a freeze on hiring talent. And I'm sure with him gone, they will save money. But I believe he's tired and did his best to accomplish what he wanted was to be champion. AEW will be a new, fresh start for him. See you in AEW, Drew. Okay, this guy does not have Kalal punctuation, and English is probably a second language, but ultimately, I don't even know what to say to that. That is just, for starters, it couldn't happen. Go ahead.
It sounds like the same shit they say about everything, man. What indication? Okay,
Cornette's trending. Cornette's trending too. We're gonna take a little detour. Yeah, we're gonna click on it. But here, let's read a couple more of these. So I highly doubt it, but he could be the first big WWE name to jump ship. This guy goes, I highly doubt it, but he could be the first big WWE name to jump ship. Like, that's kind of shots at anyone who's jumped ship so far. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of funny.
Sorry, Adam Cole.
Yeah,
Adam Cole.
Listen to this. Listen to Joel Lopez on Twitter here. It says, if he doesn't re-sign with WWE, I see him going to New Japan. AEW is too awesome. Although I think he would have some bangers with the likes of Wardlow, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobb, and Brody King if he did sign with AEW. Yeah, I mean,
You're not going to get any of that.
No, they wouldn't. You're not going to get any of that, dude. He'll fight fucking. He'll be fighting
Orange Cassidy. Yeah. Quit. Don't act like I'm even playing, Doug. You know that's what it would be. It would be okay, Doug. It'd be a huge Drew McIntyre pop. Oh my God, he's here! And then goodness. 2 weeks from now, and then after the huge pop, Jericho would latch on to him. You know what I'm saying? And then after his little Jericho feud, he would just fucking end up jobbing out the fucking Orange Cassidy dog. That's my 2 cents on that. But continue.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we got a detour here, and we're gonna look at why Cornette's trending. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this thing.
Okay. From anyone. Okay. Thank you. Please stop this talking point. FTR have never endorsed or subscribed to Cornette's worldview. Okay, so Cash Wheeler's saying you have no idea. Okay, so Cash Wheeler's arguing with people. Cash Wheeler, pardon me. Maybe stop supporting. Okay, so we got to go back a few here.
All right, breaking news, everyone.
Breaking news, dude. Okay, Dax is one of the best people you could ever meet. Passionate about wrestling and family, protective over his friends, especially when people don't know everything. He's not afraid to speak up and not do it anonymously. Honest to a fault. We all need to do better to fix this situation. Everyone involved, no fingers pointed. No one is completely innocent. I respect everyone involved and want the best for AEW. I'm tired of reading negativity from both sides, fans and wrestlers. Real life is more important. Enough. And then, so this is Cash Wheeler at Cash Wheeler FTR saying this. And then this guy called at Gillyball13 responds, not afraid to speak up means taking feedback, both positive and negative. Have to own that if you put it out there publicly. And then Cash says, from people with no real insight on what they've read. So what the fuck are they talking about here? The Elite? Because the Elite are trending too, and so is fucking Meltzer. Okay. So we just opened up a shitstorm on Twitter here on the show.
Yeah.
So, let's click through these. Fuck whatever we were going to talk about for a minute at least. You know, like AEW can wait. I mean, let's be honest here. This is about AEW. That's what we were going to talk about. This is what we were going to talk about next. So we got Meltzer, we got the Elite to look at here. Let's see what's going on. So I assume this has to do with Brawl Out, and I assume and the business side of me, Romero, the business I've never participated in, but I love so much, makes me want to say they're working everyone, and they're doing this because FTR and Punk are going to lead the one show, and they're going to give everyone the Elite are going to be on one show. Punk and F going to be on one show. They're gonna.
That's what you were saying.
They're gonna build up to the big match and give it to us, the big blow off eventually. But I mean, what's gonna happen when Saturday starts drawing bigger ratings than fucking Wednesday, bro? What's gonna happen then?
We'll see, bud.
Okay, so I assume they're talking about Brawl Out. We're going to scroll through a bunch of these because this is people are flipping. So let's read back on Corny. So here.
Let's get to Corny, bro.
So this guy goes at Phoenix. I don't know, your name's too long. Fuck you. Maybe stop supporting Cornette then. Also, they're speaking up, then they're speaking too much. You all have to know that's why fans have turned the way they have. Between that and defending Punk so deeply, despite him being the instigator of Brawl Out. Okay, that's a subjective opinion, and that's also you're projecting like you having Twitter mark arguments onto Cash Wheeler because he's never deeply defended Punk. He's just said Punk's a great guy. Ask people.
Right, and back to his initial statement, real life. He's talking about real life, and these Twitter marks are.
And then he's conflating it with pro wrestling. Fucking ridiculous.
Right. Oh God. Okay. So to Corny. What? Okay, man. Oh.
Give it to me. I want you to shoot.
Nah, it's just like it's dumb, man. All of it, like Cornette has nothing to do with that, man. You know?
Right, because he has an opinion on the matter. Gives a fuck.
Right. And dude, I've seen tweets from the FTR camp even saying we don't completely agree with everything. And man, it's Marks just reading Twitter headlines and fucking clickbait bullshit and not actually doing the research. Right,
dude, I listen to Cornette. I listen to all of his clips on like YouTube, like for the most part, and I don't agree with a lot. You know this because me and you talk about it in private, dude. I've buried him a little bit to you. Dude, and I don't agree with everything he says a lot of the fucking time. But
and that's
I could never imagine hearing that and just being like going nuts about like fucking or like bringing him into this in any way, really. Like, what the fuck does he even have to do with any of this? Because they all just think they're talking to Punk behind the scenes, which like a bunch of wrestlers are, dude. It's not just them.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what Cornette has to do about with it is ever since Corny had his little run-in with the Young Bucks backstage or whatever, they've just been pushing this narrative that Jim Cornette's the bad guy, and him and Brian laugh, but don't know what they're talking about. And it's all simply just a Barry campaign because they don't like his opinion on shit, man. And that's not how it works, okay? You buy your wrestling ticket, I'm allowed to either cheer for Roman Reigns or boo Roman Reigns. That is my opinion as a wrestling fan. And I don't know, man. Like, and that's just the cancerous shit that the elite does. Is like they project all this negativity onto their fans, you know. And like, man, I don't know. Continue.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna continue. That's an interesting take. You know, I to me, I feel like they're like really positive dudes who I think, and I hate to say this, I just think like they're in over their heads. Like they should have not been executives.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They should have just been wrestlers, and what they should have
did run a Target.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna fucking move on.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna.
Yeah, you got me going, Doug. Yeah.
Hey, man, you know, and again, you know, right, we have differing opinions on all of that in certain areas, but I do agree with the gist of what you're saying. I do think a lot of this is coming from them just whispering to Meltzer and shit, and now where people will say, well, you're just saying, why are you dragging Corny into it, but you're dragging Meltzer into it. But the difference is that, well, actually, I want to expand a little bit on what you're saying. Because this is what people don't talk about enough either. When Tony Khan created AEW, he brought Jim Cornette in.
Yes, he was consulting,
bro, and that was the first person he called. And Jim told Jim told Tony that Kenny and the Bucks were the wrong guys, and Tony was like, no, these are the guys I want to go with. And Jim told him, like, listen, Hangman maybe, Cody maybe, I think this is the right, like Jericho, whatever, but Kenny and the Bucks are not Corny. The right people to do this with. And he and Tony, you know, chose them over him, essentially, is sort of what happened. And I don't know, man, this could all come back. I mean, this could be really good for wrestling though too in AEW. If you have two shows competing like this where they're separate and you got two shows shooting on each other, dude, could be great. It could be good, you know.
It wasn't that Tony Khan chose the elite over Jim Cornette. It was basically what Corny said is, if you are going to work with the Young Bucks, then I'm not going to work with you. And they came to a mutual agreement, and that was that. It was all business, you know. And look, I understand this part is opinion, you know. Was Corny wrong? You know, look at the direction.
No, for walking away from it, he can do whatever. He's a grown ass man. He can do what he wants.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
But like, was Corny wrong? Like, look at the direction the Young Bucks took the company in. They would rather put their egos and like they would rather have a Twitter fucking a viral Twitter moment than a huge house. You know what I'm saying? Is how I feel about that.
Yeah, or like get the 5 stars. You know, like these guys really do the talking backstage about getting the 5 stars. Like there's footage of like Britt Baker and these people saying like, I hope Meltzer gives it 5 stars, and it's like, why the fuck would you even care? Like,
who cares?
And I get that people are like, oh, he has an opinion too, and that's his opinion, and we value his opinion because he's been reviewing wrestling for 20 years. And who the fuck are you, Mark? I'll accept that criticism, but I'll throw it back at you and say, what the fuck is he like? Okay, cool, but here's the thing, right? He's trending right now. We're gonna click and find out why. But here's the thing: he's just, when you're a quote unquote a journalist, you cannot be. This is the problem with the world right now: is that all this media is just bought and paid for. Now I know that Tony Khan isn't depositing checks in Dave Meltzer's fucking bank account, but what he is doing is just like fucking they're chilling, bro. They're hanging out in fucking whatever. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, because
it's bad. So let's get to why Cornette himself is trending.
Okay, so pretty much, well, I think because this guy stirred up the shit and went, maybe stop supporting Cornette, then whatever. So then Cash Wheeler goes, you have no idea what you're talking about. Please show me the support, saying he has some good points about wrestling and is entitled to freedom of speeches and support. Well, no, actually, that is support. No, Cash, that is support, but you don't have to defend that, because I don't defend that Jim Cornette said, if people are like, he fat shamed or whatever he did, I see these things come up. I can agree with his opinion on wrestling and not support that other thing he said, and still support another thing he said. And that's just called being a human being, bro. like crazy.
Right.
This is crazy.
And that's like what I was saying about like the whole thing with the elite is they use these other things to try to discredit him. And it's like, okay, just because he called someone fat doesn't mean like he's wrong about wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like those are two different things. Like,
right.
And they're cherry picking things. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
just
okay,
because he's old as fuck and he makes like an Ethiopia joke, and it's like shit they used to say back in the day, doesn't mean that he's wrong about wrestling, or he's wrong about or he doesn't have insight on certain things. And it doesn't mean I can't like enjoy his historical deep dives on fucking Dusty Rhodes' career and shit. Right? Like it doesn't mean I can't value his contributions to wrestling because he has a fucking like a weird like a thing, like he said something I wouldn't say. He's not actively out there like kill fat people or whatever the fuck that, like that's not what he's doing. Exactly. So like why be mad about it? I just don't understand.
Yeah, I just don't understand how he's discredited over these things. Like those are two separate things. You know what I'm saying? It's
yes,
man.
Anyways, we can keep going. So let's read what this guy said, right? Because he's basically, so this Phoenix guy responds to Cash saying the same shit. The man has continually showed racist, sexist views. So people start throwing the ifs and the obics, and it's just like, to me personally, I start tapping out. I'm like, I can't do this. You know, like life's too short to be like, you know, like just live and love, bro. That's all I got to say about it. So
none of that has anything to do with wrestling.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So showed racist, sexist views. He might have some good views, but does that take away from him calling every Japanese female wrestler schoolgirls, calling Kenny Twinkletoes and other things? Okay, calling him Twinkletoes is funny because because when he does his V-trip thing, he goes up on his tippy toes kind of like that, which I kind of like. Like I always thought it looked like, I always looked at Kenny like he's kind of like Ultimate Warrior. And people don't, when I say that, what I mean is
I get what you're saying.
Dude, he's very just like theatrics, and that's part of his allure. Like Hulk Hogan was like that. Dude, I like that about Kenny. Like Jim roasts it. He's entitled to roast it. I'm entitled to like that about him and say no. In WWE with their pacing, you could highlight, you could accentuate that aspect of Kenny's talent, you know. But okay, I mean, so Twinkletoes is funny.
What you're saying here about what on the topic of Kenny Omega and Jim Cornette, what you just said there, like my 2 cents on that is Corny when he watched that Will Ospreay match against Kenny, he started the podcast portion of that with, okay, I finally get it, everything you guys were saying about Kenny Omega, and now I understand why he was over.
Yeah, you know? So exactly. But he just then he ended that by saying Cornette ended that. I remember that podcast, or at least a clip that I heard, and he ended all talking about that match by saying as well, like, yeah, he put it over, but then he kind of ended was like, but I just he's just like, but I'll never
not for him
support a dude who did like finger guns in a guy's butthole and stuff. Like I just don't, you know, he's like, I'm sorry, it's unforgivable to me. So that's his opinion. It's not unforgivable to me. That's my opinion. So anyways, so racist, sexist, schoolgirls, him calling Japanese female wrestlers schoolgirls. Okay. A couple of them are like, yeah. Okay. There you go. So Riho to me, I thought personally her original attires, when I first saw her in AEW, I thought she was dressing kind of like a schoolgirl myself personally as well. So I didn't at first, but then he says it about Sheeta. When he says that, I go, Jim, come on. Like, you know, it's like, Jim, come on. They're not like, look at Asuka, look at fucking Io Sky. Like there's a lot of, like Kyrie, you know, she's a literal pirate. So that's not a fucking schoolgirl right there. You know, like, it's like, but I get what he means. But like, I personally thought Riho was trying to be, like when he first started saying that, I was like, why are people getting mad? Like she is a schoolgirl. Isn't that like her gimmick? But then like no. But then he has called like Sheeta. He's like, oh, they're all, he's flat out said that they're all dressed like schoolgirls. And then it's like, Jim, come on, you know, like I roll my eyes at that too. But anyways, fuck all that. Cash says, am I disagreeing with you? I don't think any of that shit is acceptable. Never have. Neither does Dax. But coming on Twitter and saying this is only going to invite more negativity. So let's just keep going in circles because it's so productive.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about it.
Okay, here. This guy says, so
But
crazy
he's
take.
right.
Crazy take. Cornette is probably the greatest historian on pro wrestling around just because he is an FTR fan and honestly earned his opinion on pro wrestling. Has zero to do with anything.
Yes.
Everyone has an opinion and Corny earned his. And then this guy responds. This guy responds who was arguing with Cash. So that was a guy called Frank. So this guy, Phoenix, who was responding to Cash, he responds to this Frank guy and says, he doesn't get a pass for wrestling knowledge. Not when he continually puts out things that either skirt the line or are directly at the line of racist, and he censored the word racist. What the fuck?
Dude, it's just, man.
Dude, the things he said about Riho alone are awful.
Dumb.
You don't excuse bad behavior. Not saying Cash is. I'm saying many do. Well, then what is your fucking argument? This is dumb. We're fucking, I can't read more of that. Let's click on, there was people trending here. We got Punk trending. We got Meltzer's fucking the Elite. What do you want to click on here?
We got to go over all of it. So
Hogan's trending.
Oh, we're for sure going over that one. Brother.
yeah, brother. That don't work for me, brother.
Let's get all the AEW crap out of the way. Okay.
Well, I don't know, man. I had notes written down of some AEW shit I wanted to talk about,
No,
but I mean, this is
we'll get to it.
Okay. I was just like, this is way better though, because this is like live tweets.
Yeah, it is better. Yeah.
JD from NY. Should we watch his bullshit? Listen to this. A message to CM Punk, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and all involved. 5 years ago, we were a part of something that showcased a desire for pro wrestling that the industry sorely needed. A group of men came together because of the love they had for pro wrestling. Okay, cool. Melodramatic. I love all the melodrama. Okay, so Punk is maybe okay. Look at the smug look on the faces of Meltzer and Alvarez towards the end. The look of joy on their faces while spitting garbage from their mouths, and these pricks wonder why people are going after them and why CM Punk was angry.
Story. It all stemmed from a story that
they just have these cocky fucking smirks on their face. I get it. Like, this is all just like a joke to them, and they're fucking with people's lives and the fans. They're ruining shit for the fans. Meltzer, Alvarez, god damn it. You know?
There's just being a bunch of marks, bro. I'm sorry that I
marks
keep
for
going
themselves. That's the worst part.
For
marks
sure,
for themselves.
Bro. And they're doing the same thing Sean Ross Sapp does. It's all like, bro, you are part of the culture. You aren't the culture. Okay?
Yeah.
Stop.
Imagine, so this guy Ian Drew Dice Clay says, imagine if Meltzer, Alvarez, Jericho, the Young Bucks, all their pals, FTR, Omega, and the 90 people tagged onto it, giving their opinions out, put this much energy into speaking out 3 years ago. The industry might have got a bit better. Damn,
Doug.
Damn, I don't know what I'm gonna say about
how hasn't the industry got better? Okay, how hasn't the industry got better though? I swear this is the best wrestling has ever been. You know? I feel like it's thriving right now.
It is.
I don't care if you like WWE or if you like AEW, you know, Impact. It's all, I don't know, man. Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of botching and like, you know,
and I guess we're
crying about shit.
Yeah. And like, I guess we're like our angle too. Like, people might be like, wow, listening to this, like, wow, these guys just bitch about marks on Twitter a lot. What the fuck is the point of that? But the thing is like, it's funny to us. And
right.
we just like, obviously. Podcast. Right, it's our podcast. We're gonna do what the fuck we want, and like, it's funny to hear us like go off on shit, obviously, and maybe it's clickable content, and maybe, you know, whatever, maybe it's good, you know, for social media.
This is what we do anyways.
This is what, but this is what myself and Hairline be saying in the fucking in our DMs all the time, anyways, bro. This is what we do. We just talk.
Now we're just showing everyone.
Yeah, so now we're just doing it publicly.
That's how we are.
And we share tweets and we share all this shit back and forth. And to me, it's like, but ultimately, like, where our gripe comes from is like, dude, like, some news breaks and then there's just a whole wave for AEW or WWE. There's just a whole wave of people with the most mentally ill takes, not to be insensitive, but just the, you know what I mean? Like, they come in with just incredibly brain dead takes. And then what it literally does and it's gotten so bad to the point where this toxicity has overlapped into the business now, and it's ruining wrestlers. It's ruining fans is what we get on the shows, CM Punk, and it's these new, you know what I mean? And it's and people can go, can you imagine back in the day these guys reacting like this? Yeah, but it's not back in the day. Social media didn't exist then. It exists now.
Well,
so
right.
It's a whole new social psychological dichotomy you're dealing with these athletes who already, most of them should be seeing sports therapists and shit, and a lot of them don't because they're fucking pro wrestlers, dude. So I just think you're all fucked, and we're gonna point it out and laugh at you and have fun, and it's our podcast, so fuck you. But sorry, Hairline, go ahead.
You can't tell me these marks aren't not ruining it, man. Especially when he's got to go. When the dude from FTR is going to go on Twitter and defend himself like that. So here's the thing: FTR was on a Jim Cornette experience, okay, and they are influenced by his work with the Midnight Express, you know, and like the Twitter marks keep attacking them over that, you know. I don't know, man, and. My last thing on that is
because he called a girl fat or called Riho schoolgirl. Crazy, man. Like crazy. That's crazy.
None of that discredits his knowledge.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I don't agree with that. Like, yeah, okay, don't call them schoolgirls if that offends them. Right. Sorry to offend. But it's like, yeah, it's
what he said. They're just going in circles and they're not being productive, you know?
Exactly.
I don't know. That's the last I have to say on that.
Right, exactly. Okay, so Dave. Okay, so this is Raj Giri. This guy fucking I don't know. Dave Meltzer on the latest WOR about AEW potentially doing a soft brand split with the new AEW Saturday show. If you're splitting these two brands, there's no need for an ROH. Raj Giri, I 100% agree. I agree 1,000%. Well, here's what I'll say to that. I fucking disagree.
He's right.
Do you think there's no need for an ROH? Right. No, man. I think ROH should be treated like NXT, bro. Do a studio show.
Okay.
Do it like your NXT. Take all these young guys, Action Andretti and all these guys. Get them over. Send down a big name once in a while like Samoa Joe to help get a guy over like OVW would. And fucking just operate, get all your, and then go let Punk do his show with FTR. Let the Elite do their show on the other side and let them duke it out. Get rid of Rampage and Dark Elevation. That's what you don't need anymore.
Is Tony Khan going to think like that, though? You know what I'm saying? No. Is he going to run?
Fuck no.
Right.
And he's looking at it as, I got an extra 2 hours of TV and I'm going to,
Okay. So that's why I'm agreeing with the guy. He is correct. It's just, like, what's the whole, like, big Ring of Honor is done. You know what I'm saying? It kind of goes back to what Corny said about everything to Tony is just a new shiny toy. You know what I'm saying? It seems like Ring of Honor is no longer the new shiny toy if he's already moving on to this other shit.
Yeah, it's like so what you're saying is like, ooh, shiny, like a child like gets a new puppy and then it grows up and then he doesn't. Yeah.
And I'm basing that off what Corny said about Tony Khan, but he's right. You know what I'm saying? He's already moved on to this new thing because he's trying to please everyone. I know we could sit here and nitpick Tony Khan all we want.
And you know what?
His company.
You know what? And fans, let us know, like anybody listening to this, let us know in the comments, like we maybe should turn this whole Twitter thing where we go through Twitter like its own show. This could be like a bonus show or something we do, because this is compelling to me and I love this, where we dive in and you and I just kind of chop it up like over these. I love this. So if you guys want to see this as its own show, we could maybe do this like as a whole separate thing, you know, and then just stick to like reviewing and kind of like touching on more just like surface level shit in like our main show or whatever.
Yeah,
we'll figure that out as we go along. This is the second episode, technically episode 1. This is not a beta test anymore. Yeah, dummies. And this is already the best wrestling podcast on planet fucking Earth. If you ask me, that isn't breaking hot news. Yeah. Okay. So do you want to keep going through tweets or do you want to move on? You want to talk? Yeah, that's a shoot, brother.
Well, there was another name trend, correct? Let's do the last name, and then we can move on.
Okay, and as we check out Twitter here, the news just keeps rolling in. Hairline, and we'll talk about AEW Collision a little bit in a second here, but apparently Thunder Rosa is
gonna be out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Here, tell me if you can hear this.
Wanted to drop the title the day that they told me I couldn't wrestle because I was going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. my boss made a decision. He said, "You are going to be the champion, and we will have an interim champion." I want to make it for me as a competitor. I want to make it fair. So my peers had an opportunity to defend the championship because it wasn't fair that I wasn't there and I wasn't going to be there, and I was going to hold the title. I think the problem comes, and I think this is a question that was raised. It was Nish not showing up. I wasn't booked to go there. When I got the news that I wasn't going to keep the title, it really caught me by surprise. And I was like, oh, it's today of the day. Okay. I wasn't able to go. I wasn't there to be able to get in the ring and say, guys, unfortunately, we made a decision. Here's the title. Thank you very much for the opportunity to let me, represent. That opportunity wasn't given to me. That's pretty much it. I want to make sure, David, that we focus on the women's division now.
What do you make of what Thunder Rosa was just saying there?
It comes down to business, is what I'm hearing. Is, hey, if you guys wanted me there, I should have been booked, and because that's what it comes down to. It just sounds like Thunder Rosa.
Why the fuck didn't they wait for her to come in the ring and fucking give up the title and say, hey? Like, at least do her the diligence. Like, why are they shitting on her, dude? And Britt's on there shitting on her on this show. Do you think now? Let me ask you this is a real fucking question, and then we'll get into AEW Collision because this all ties into each other. This is a real question that I have because you know me, I like Phil likes a good old conspiracy, baby. You know that. So
yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. So yeah. So do you think that AEW is really just this toxic, marky, goofy, fucking weirdo environment where all this goofy shit's going and pro wrestlers are just getting fucking depleted and sucked dry and they're fucking WWE's bad, but it's like, shit, is the grass really greener? Like over here, I can do my own gimmick, but I'm fucking wrestling on YouTube and I'm getting in drama and there's people trashing me on fucking reality shows and whatever. Okay. Or do you think
Jericho won't shut up?
Or do you think my man has it out for Jericho? Or do you think these are all like elaborate works where they're like, we're going to work people and use the social media and dig up these gripes and get heat on each other and like,
I think it's just being because they're just being crybabies on fucking Twitter.
Do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
Thunder Rosa shouldn't have to defend herself like that. If she's not getting paid, that should be enough for people to accept that. You know what Doug, I'm not going to work on Monday if I'm not getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The end.
Do you think TNA would have been this bad, like with the toxicity, if it was alive in the 2020s?
I guess what you're saying there,
like OG
has
TNA,
a lot of layers to it.
Like what RVD and Jeff Hardy and those guys have all been talking shit. If it was current culture back in TNA, do you think it would have been as toxic, or do you think this is like an AEW because of their management type thing? Like,
it all goes back to the elite and the way they how is Britt Baker any different than the Young Bucks here? You know what I'm saying? How the Young Bucks are going to go write this narrative about Jim Cornette so that all the dirt sheets report on it, and then everyone's trying to discredit Jim Cornette. It just honestly sounds like Britt Baker's trying to do the same shit with Thunder Rosa, bro. She's now trying to put this narrative out there for whatever reason she doesn't like that. Man, it just seems like a bunch of stupid drama and fucking clickbait bullshit again. And circle back to my original statement, fucking Thunder Rosa shouldn't have to explain herself on why she is or isn't taking a paycheck, you know?
Right. And they like it though. Like they feed into it, the drama and the
they do.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's the elite, dog.
It stresses me out. I just want this company to do good, and it's always some shit. It's always some shit every fucking week. And in WWE, they're like, it's always some shit, but it's not. It's always like, oh, Vince is like in some shit, or it's like this wrestler is kind of unhappy, but it's like, dude, you go to any company, there's going to be one guy who's unhappy, one or two people. So,
but I don't have to worry about the WWE foundering how I do with AEW. It's all like, man, Tony could really fumble this. It's like I know the WWE is never going. I know every Monday I'm able to turn that shit on and watch Raw. Am I forever going to be able to turn on Dynamite on Wednesdays? You know,
We don't
I
know.
don't know.
Time will
We'll
tell.
find out.
Time will tell on that.
Right.
Okay, so
That's what
speaking
I'm
of
getting
it,
at, bro.
okay, so we'll move along a bit here, but speaking of AEW, we got it's pretty much basically the news is being broken. AEW Collision will be a Saturday night 2-hour show. So I guess Rampage on Friday for an hour, and then you have a
What's the point in
2-hour
Rampage?
show on Saturday, but they're gonna stick Punk and FTR and those guys on that show. So obviously what the narrative is or what the buzzwords are going to be is like, yo, the real wrestling show against the elites,
Yeah.
flippy flop show, and let's see what show does better. Saturday night seems like a little slap in the face. Like, bro, that's a harder night to draw fans, but they could say, well, that's why we're trusting Punk and to go and lead this show and hopefully create something new and bring back the old Saturday night main event vibe and stuff. So what do you think of this? Should they hard split the brands and go like to war with each other and like shoot it into a work or whatever?
Absolutely.
Right.
It's making me want to tune in. You know what I'm saying? And that's the ultimate.
That's a motherfucking miracle right there, ladies and gentlemen. Hairline wanting to tune into AEW is like, holy shit. That's...
no, okay, just my bad, but like remove me from it. You know what I'm saying? Just the average wrestling psychology. You know what I'm saying? Is them working you to want to tune in. It's like obviously I'm gonna want to see the elite show versus the Punk show. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and people are gonna say, well, oh, sorry, so I didn't mean to cut you off, but people are gonna say, oh, that's but it's bad for like the toxicity will brew, But if you take it back to when Raw and SmackDown did it, when you take it exactly what you just said, it's already there. And when you take it back to what Raw and SmackDown did, boom.
Yep.
Like after, like they competed, like
it needs to be Edge and Matt Hardy. It needs to have that element of reality there. That's what makes me,
But they can't soft split it. They can't pussyfoot around and just go, oh, well, Punk's on the show and we never see him with Kenny and they exist in their own universes. They have to hard split the brands, in my opinion, because otherwise, because then it all means something when they eventually you see guys on different shows and shit. But I don't think Tony Khan's going to do that. I think he's going to it's going to be like, they're just going to exist in their own universes. And then the show's going to feel like, what the fuck am I watching? A variety show or whatever. Like this isn't.
What the hell is Rampage now?
It's
the Ring of Honor guys?
No. Rampage is AEW. It should be the YouTube show. Rampage should not exist. What they should have did was they should have moved Rampage to fucking Saturday nights and then made it 2 hours. And then there you go. Or go head to head with SmackDown and make it an actual live show that isn't pre-taped nonsense. Fucking like hype it up, make it a real show, make it all cohesive. The problem with AEW is they just go, like a guy will just go, and I'll see you on Rampage, but then they film it in the same town, and then they also filmed Ring of Honor there, and then all of a sudden they're doing a YouTube show from Universal Studios. It's like, why don't you just like make Ring of Honor your Universal show and just do it like NXT does it and build a fucking place there where people can start training and shit, and then just start cultivating like these Action Andretti guys. Like people are like, imagine him in NXT. Well, imagine him in like Ring of Honor if that was there. But Tony's a mark for Ring of Honor. So he's like, it has to be prestigious like it used to be. And it's just like, no, it doesn't. It's people are over it. If a million people were going to watch fucking Ring of Honor, they were going to already watch Ring of Honor, but they're not going to do that.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why. And then that's why when you're doing all the Ring of Honor shit on AEW, people get pissed off because it's like, no, dude, I would have just watched Ring of Honor when it used to be on TV. I would have just watched that before. I didn't, there's a reason you have close to 1 million and can break 1 million when they book and use their goddamn heads correctly about some of these things and be more objective, it seems like, but I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyway, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my friend. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Yeah.
My hometown, Doug.
Yeah, so Hairline's hometown, and they played host to AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday, and it was the flattest, weirdest kind of crowd fucking ever. It was so flat and dead. They didn't really seem to give a fuck about anything. No. And
why is that? Tell us
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, Milwaukeean. You fucking tell me.
No. I didn't watch this shit, dog. I just
okay.
all I'm hearing from you is Tony Khan is not making compelling television. You know, he's still doing his ADD bullshit. You know, because hey man, what happened when Raw was in Green Bay a couple months back? You know what I'm saying? Was that a flat show?
No, you're right, dude.
Okay, right. There you go. There's my example.
And it was fire, you know?
Right.
The crowd was fire too. So here, we're going to go ahead and subscribe to AEW. I'm going to share the screen here.
Boom. You're welcome, Tony.
You're welcome, Tony. And the rap battle of the ages. God, that was bad. Sean Spears came back on Rampage. So that was, but I think did he win? I think he jobbed to Jungle Boy. I can't remember. That's how much I cared. You know what I mean? It's just like, fuck.
That sucks, man. Jungle Boy is good too, man. He lacks mic skills. He just needs a mouth.
He just needs a manager, dude. Yeah. Okay, here, let's go.
Right. Yeah.
Jeff Hardy. They had to have posted the clip. Yeah, right here. So I'll play it for you. Jeff Hardy's return. So basically, I'm going to preface this by explaining what's going on here. So All Elite Ego, Ethan Page, All Elite Ego, All Ego Ethan Page, pardon me, All Ego Ethan Page.
Mr. Green Screen.
I love him. I love this guy. I think he's great.
Mr. Impact Green Screen. Yeah.
Sure. You can shit on it. It's over.
I didn't shit on it.
Oh, okay. All right. I heard a little tone in that voice, sir. I don't know. I didn't know how to interpret that.
Man, from the research I did, is his vision got all screwed up due to TNA, man. So it is what it is, bro. But continue. Mr. Green Screen.
Nonetheless. So what the storyline is, just to sum it up, on AEW Dark on the YouTube show, Matt Hardy has been under contract to the Firm, which is some fucking bullshit fucking faction that's of just jobbers or whatever, and Matt Hardy's under contract to them, and then he's under contract to like a subsection of the Firm that Ethan Page, just some garbage bullshit, nonsensical, but they're making it work though. Matt Hardy and Ethan Page are making it compelling, and that's the thing.
That's good.
That's why they brought it onto Dynamite. But what Tony Khan doesn't understand is that, okay, Athena's getting over on Dark. You can't just put her on Dynamite and have people go, oh, she's over, bro. Like, what the fuck? We need to see that on TV for it to make sense. Anyway, so Jeff Hardy. So basically what happens is Matt Hardy's like, oh, I got out of the contract. Like just some dumb shit. And then Jeff Hardy runs down after a beatdown, and fucking, you'll see.
All right, here we go. All right. Ethan Page on the mic.
Yeah, Ethan Page cuts a fucking, he's calling them hillbillies, cuts a promo. See, Matt Hardy's getting a reaction, but this is the only shit that got a reaction this show. It was just a bumblefuck promo. Matt Hardy's like, oh, you read the fine print. I got out of the contract. I'll fast forward. So there's a Big Cass or whatever. And then there's Lee Moriarty, and they're beating the shit out of these guys. And then someone else runs out. Hook comes down, Taz's son.
Send Hook.
And he's over, but they just don't fucking use him correctly either, dude. Like, he just walks around with the FTW title, and just, it's kind of like, okay, like, what are we doing here? Like, he's over though. I love him. I love this kid. He lays his shit in.
Yeah, he's getting his shit out.
Watch this too. They've been teasing this for weeks. They've been teasing that, him throwing a Big Bill. So that's been good.
You ain't gonna get it yet. You're not getting it yet, you marks.
And then Jeff Hardy's music's gonna hit here. Everyone's already looking at the ramp. They're like, dude, someone's they're like, someone else has got to be coming out because they milked it too long. Crowd pops. Jeff's got a chair. But the crowd didn't pop that hard.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking lays waste to everyone. Big Bill over the top. They're all feeding and selling them perfectly here. Twist of fate. He's old, so he leans to the side on that now. Hey, like I'm not disparaging Jeff.
Yeah,
but he looks in better shape than he did
Yeah.
before his last AEW run. Oh, dude. You'll never not fucking pop for a Jeff Hardy swanton bomb. You know what I'm saying? The Hardy Boys are over as fuck with me. Crowd goes lit. Crowd goes wild. Babies are in the air, as Jim Cornette would say.
Well, welcome back, Jeff.
Welcome back, Jeff. He deserves every flower he gets. The whole drunk driving thing. I don't. Whatever. What are your thoughts on all that? Was that cool? Did you enjoy it? Let me hear it.
I'm going to start with Jeff. Hopefully you stay sober this time, bro. But it is what it is, man. I can't. And I guess more or less what I'm getting at is as far as like saying, Jeff, I hope you stay sober because it's what's best for business, man. Because if you're all fucked up, then you're not going to be on TV and yada yada yada. So
I would love to see Matt and Jeff get that run because they were supposed to win the tag titles, but then that shit happened with Jeff, right? So I would love to see them like do matches with FTR. Like my whole thing was like, dude, get the Hardy Boys, get the belts on them, and then get as many matches with them against all the teams in your company as quick as you can. So you have that library of Jeff jumping off shit and everything. So
you're pretending Tony Khan knows what he's doing, bro. That's the issue.
Do you think we could see now? Imagine this. Edge's contract's up. I think this Mania he'll be done. Do you think we ever see maybe he does a one-off, one and done in AEW where he teams up with Christian and fights the Hardy Boys? Maybe you don't think Edge would ever do that, or do you think he?
I think he's too loyal to Vince. You know,
but it's not Vince anymore, brother. It's not Vince anymore. It's Ari Emanuel. And Ari Emanuel wouldn't look at that as whatever. Ari Emanuel would look at Edge as, I can get you in movies and shit. Yeah, go do AEW. I'll get you in movies and stuff, bro. Oh, you acted and stuff.
All right, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, you've done television. I'll fucking, we'll get you at a spot on a desk somewhere talking about, like, I don't know. That's just me.
Me personally, I would much rather just see Christian come back and do one last little run with Edge in WWE. But beggars can't be choosers. Continue.
Okay, Goldberg. His contract's up with WWE. AEW could theoretically bring him in anytime. They're doing a big Wembley show. Do you think maybe? What do you think? Do you think we could ever see Goldberg? Remember, he was a WCW guy. He goes where the money is.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to say it. It's not impossible.
Okay, so but do you think in your wildest dreams, do you think Goldberg would do that, show up there and like do what, spear Sting or spear Jericho?
Wardlow.
Do Jericho? They got in a shoot before. They shot on each other.
Yeah, I guess that would make me want it too. I guess I would watch Jericho versus Goldberg one.
Jericho comes out. Imagine Goldberg shows up. Jericho comes out with the JAS. They all sell for him. He beats the fuck out. Think about it. They just line up for Goldberg. They just line him up. They got 10 jobbers for him to kill in one match. And then he can fight Jericho in a one-on-one on a payper-view. That's all they got to do to build to it, Wembley.
But is Tony going to do any of it? Anyways, continue.
If he's got the checkbook. If he had any goddamn sense, it would have already been done. You know what I mean? It would have already happened.
We know he has his daddy's checkbook.
Dude, come on. He's earned a lot of that money too. No, you don't think? Didn't his dad like invent bumpers for cars or something like that? His dad is like so rich, dude.
Did Tony earn any of that money? No.
Your face. The face you made, dude. I'm sorry for those who can't see it. We'll get visual when we get that all set up soon. But this guy's face is to some of the questions I ask, man. It's hilarious. Okay, so we talked about Chris Jericho. Speaking of Chris Jericho, our Patreon exclusive show this week, we're gonna do part 1 of Chris Jericho's fall from grace. And we're just going to kind of talk about Jericho, and we're not doing this in part, like we're not doing this disingenuously and just to shit on him, but we just kind of want to talk. And it's like, dude,
Jericho.
I love him, man, and I think he's one of the goats. Go ahead.
Quick little example here. before my friends left for the day, I was kind of clowning on Chris Jericho, and my buddy was all like, "What are you talking about, bro?" He was all like, "What about a little bit of the bubbly and blah 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 blah?" And I was like, "Okay, bro, you haven't seen anything past a little bit of bubbly." You know what I'm saying? So he has no idea of like Jericho's descent into madness, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
If you vibe with a new Jericho, cool, good for you.
And that was a part
you know
of it, though.
but,
all that little bit of a bubbly
right.
shit was like the catalyst of him sort of going
Yeah.
into, oh, I can just get anything over. Sorry, we're saying too much. If you want to hear us talk more about this, check
Patreon.
out, sign up for our Patreon. It's $1 if you want to hear more of us talking shit, doing what we do. We get a little more crazy. You get our Patreon exclusive show. We're doing we're doing the Fall from Grace of Chris Jericho. It's going to be a series because we can't do it all in one. And I think that's a good place to end it. So make sure you check us out at Pro Wrestle Times on Twitter. Check us out at Pro Wrestle Times on Instagram. This is our second ever episode. But it's actually only episode 1 technically of the Pro Wrestle Times podcast, PWT Pod. And, you know, we'll be like we said, man, we're going to try, and we've already started doing this with the SRS special, and we've already been doing this more than we had anticipated. Like, we're really going into this for you guys. We really just want to do this. This is something we're so passionate about wrestling, if you can't tell. You know, we just try to come at it with our subjective opinion on objective shit. You know what I mean? So, and we hope you enjoy it. But yeah, that's where we'll close things out. Check out our fucking Patreon. I'm Phil. He's Hairline. Dummies. Yeah. Dummy's got his mic muted.
Dummies. Yeah. You're just going to have to edit it out.
Yeah, I'll just edit it out. Yeah.
Dummies. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I wanted to say thank you quickly to everyone that's been supporting us on either Facebook or Twitter and just interacting and commenting
YouTube.
on our posts. And I just appreciate everyone's feedback and on everything, you know. I'm not necessarily right on this shit. Phil's not necessarily right on this shit.
I'm a dumb mark.
know?
I'm more of a mark than anyone listening to this shit. You know, I promise you.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
So
but thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts. Check us out next week. We'll be back with another free show. Check out our YouTube channel for shorts, clips, tidbits, factoids, just cool little content. We create all types of shit. We're not just here doing podcasts. We have a lot more than that to offer, and especially on our Patreon. So make sure you check it out at Pro Wrestle Times, motherfuckers. We love you. Peace.